Johnny from Crossfit over here, and I'm in Crossfit Modiin with a special guest, Sara Wilkinson.
Hi.
Sara, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's good.
It's first time in Israel.
First time.
Love it so far?
I do. I'm having a good time.
Yeah?
People are fantastic.
That's good to hear. And so you arrived and you're living and you're a very short time, but you came here with a level 1 seminar staff. How is it so far? We're in the second day of the seminar.
Other than being a little sleep deprived, not quite on the schedule, everything is going really great. So the gym is great. The participants are great. We're doing a good job.
We're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I seen a video of yourself, and you said you accidentally found yourself coaching, and here you are at the seminar staff,
right?
Passing up the information and knowledge to other coaches. And you said you started accidentally. Can you a little bit expand on that about that?
Sure. I'll try to keep it short.
Okay.
I first went and did a CrossFit workout at a gym to impress my husband because he did CrossFit.
Okay.
So I just did it to say I did it. And then after one, the coach kind of thought he broke me. And so I'm a little competitive. And so I went back and back and back, joined a gym. Mm-hmm. I attended a level 1, not because I ever wanted to be a trainer, but because I just loved the information and wanted to understand more. Mm-hmm. In that period of time since the seminar, we moved. And when we moved, the gyms in the area didn't really have a place for kids to be during the workout. And I had 2 small children at the time. So we rented a little garage and bought enough equipment for just the 2 of us. So we just started working out. A friend said, "Can I come work out with you?" And I thought, okay. So I taught her how to squat, probably not very well at the time. And we started working out together. And then more people came and more people came through word of mouth. That led me to open an affiliate because I thought, okay, I guess that's what I should do. And opened my affiliate. I went forward to pursue my level 2. And at the time, I think it was just a little bit of happenstance, we'd call it, where somebody saw me and said, "You should probably come try to intern to be on seminar staff." So I did that and went on seminar staff, and 7 years later, here I am. So it was organic, I guess. It was never necessarily a goal. It just happened.
Wow, nice. Now, I've seen and heard about you passing up the lessons with a lot of passion, as I said earlier, and there's a lot of careness, and some coaches, they found themselves in the seminar because they like to train, and accidentally, it's like kind of an accidentally because they love CrossFit, so they want to know more knowledge, they got in the seminar, and then they found themselves in front of a class, and then it's a different part of the workout, and they look at it, and things doesn't come that natural with that passion as you use that. You have, like I said earlier, you have this kind of a teacher DNA.
Right.
What kind of advice would you give to those coaches that things doesn't come that natural to them?
If it's not natural to you, you're going to have to be okay getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. Our friends in CrossFit tend to say, be the big you. Okay. So kind of going in there as the biggest version of yourself is probably the best advice I can give. That's what I always tend to think about when I go into a group. I moved around a lot as a kid, so I'm very comfortable kind of being a chameleon and adapting and having conversations with a variety of people. And I think that's helped me in coaching. And I can recognize that not everybody is comfortable in that situation. And if you're not, or you're not willing to be uncomfortable, you might struggle with coaching in the long term. I think when you're a coach for a period of time and you see people change in front of your eyes, whether it means they learn new skills or just they get more confidence, that in itself is attractive as a coach, and it'll only make you want to coach more. So
that's great advice. And like we said, there's new people that learn new things. When you come first to CrossFit or even some other areas, there's so many things to learn. You look at it and you say, "Oh, I'm not good at that." Right. Where should they start?
If anything, perhaps look at it a little bit with blinders on. So it's very easy to look at CrossFit today and all the skills and the workouts, as you say, and be overwhelmed. If any advice, it comes from Coach Glassman in the beginning. He says, start with the basics. So before you're excited to do snatches and cleans on a barbell, really invest in the squat and just your basics, mechanics of movement. Understand why we do what we do, what makes a workout valuable, where is the benefit, how to scale, asking your coach how to scale the workout. Those are the things that are going to help you in the long term learn all the more complicated, sometimes sexier stuff.
And like you said that there's about the WODs in Israel, for example, a WOD doesn't consider to be a WOD unless you find yourself exhausted, dead on the floor, like after you finish friend or something like that.
Right.
But not every word should be like that, because if you want to like work on strength or skills, you don't find yourself with high intensity stuff. So on the other one hand, you're as a box owner or as a coach, you want to provide your customers what they're looking for. On the other hand, you want to educate them and improve them on strength. How do you do this thing? How do you?
I always consider that people will do what you do before they do what you say. As a coach, they're always watching you, whether you realize it or not, whether you're leading a class or not. So if the coach is spending dedicated effort to moving a little bit slower, but moving better and refining mechanics, it goes a long way for your athletes when you ask them to do the same thing. We consider that we get a lot of results in fitness by going fast and hard, for sure. But there's definitely times when fast and hard, more load is not always the best answer. Whether it's because you're not ready for that in that movement, or maybe you didn't sleep well or you're stressed, there's a mental game to be had too. And taking a step back and refining mechanics, kind of what I said earlier, is what's going to help you in the long term to then ramp up on those other days.
Great. And last question.
Okay.
Can you have like advice or some like a tip for our listeners?
For people who want to be coaches?
Whatever you want.
I think for people who are coaches, you have to care ultimately about the people that stand in front of you. You can learn mechanics and points of performance and all the ins and outs of the movement all day long. If you don't genuinely care about the people standing in front of you, they will feel that, and all your coaching would be lost anyway. For the people that are in the community that aren't necessarily coaches but are athletes within the gym, just remember to always kind of, as silly as it sounds or cheesy maybe, pay the kindness forward. So don't ever consider yourself above someone. Remember that CrossFit, in addition to this awesome wealth of fitness and coaches it's created an awesome community. So invite everybody you know in and try to grow that community even more.
That sounds great.
Thank you.
Sarah, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. It's been great.
Crosscast time.